dobry, nazywam się Krzysztof Żyrek. Jestem dyrektorem Browaru Leżajsku, który jest uznanym producentem piwa oraz kontynuatorem wielowiekowych tradycji piwowarskich. Bowiem już w 1525 roku król Zygmunt Stary nadał przywilej ważenia i sprzedaży piwa w Leżajsku. Dzisiaj jednym z najważniejszych priorytetów w naszej firmie jest bezpieczeństwo. Przebywając na terenie zakładu muszą Państwo stosować się do jego zasad. Dlatego teraz wraz z ekspertami BHP pokażemy program i zasady, jak bezpiecznie poruszać się po terenie zakładu. Zapraszam do uważnego obejrzenia instruktażu.
Entering the facility. You should always report driving or entering the facility to a security guard who registers your entry and issues the pass. You must always wear the pass in a way that is visible, show it at the request of the security staff and give it back while exiting the facility. At the entrance you will also get a leaflet about the basic principles of safety requirements in the brewery. There is the plan of the brewery where collection points are marked. You have to reach them after the announcement of the evacuation. By signing the leaflet you confirm that you are familiar with its content. The signature obliges you to respect the safety rules mentioned in this leaflet. The security guard will also indicate a place to park the vehicle. Some basic rules. Security personnel are entitled to control the incoming and outgoing vehicles. Entering the brewery under the influence of alcohol as well as the alcohol consumption in the facility is strictly prohibited. Smoking in the facility is strictly prohibited. It is only allowed in the places marked for this purpose. The brewery in Leżajsk is a food industry plant having certified HACCP system. Every employee is required to adhere to the elementary rules of personal hygiene. People employed in the production of beer or providing services to the brewery who are in contact with the product must have a valid sanitary and epidemiological tests. Bringing food to the production units as well as its consumption in the production areas is forbidden. For this purpose, employee amenities have been prepared. In the beer bottling area, the headwear is required. Wearing jewelry or all objects that could fall into the package and create a real threat to the health of the consumer of beer is strictly prohibited. When entering the production area, please wipe your shoes thoroughly. Be sure to wash your hands and use paper towels to wipe them every time after exiting the toilet. Pedestrian and vehicle communication. The road traffic regulations have been applied to the facility area. The maximum speed of vehicles is 15 km per hour. It is forbidden to overtake or park outside the designated areas. The driver must exercise extreme caution in the vicinity of pedestrian crossings. Pedestrians should use sidewalks, walkways marked with white lines or marked crosswalks. If there is no sidewalk, one must move as close to the left edge of the roadway as possible. Do not move in the middle of the road, especially in the loading area. Inside the production departments, pedestrians should move along the pedestrian communication roads. Particular attention should be kept in the warehouse of finished products, bottling units, loading areas and roads due to constantly moving vehicles, in particular forklifts and trucks. The forklifts moving around the warehouse of finished products have priority. Wearing warning vests is mandatory when moving around the area of the brewery. Yellow warning vests are worn by employees, whilst orange by visitors. Chemical and fire threats. There are different risks in this type of factory. Awareness of their existence and adherence to the basic safety rules will allow you to stay safe. This type of production process requires the use of carbon dioxide, an odorless gas which at high concentrations is dangerous and may cause death. Equally dangerous is ammonia gas, which is used as the coolant in the production process. The areas of carbon dioxide and ammonia increased levels are marked and equipped with visual and audible warning systems. If the alarm goes off, please leave the danger spot as soon as possible. In case of ammonia leakage or order evacuation, follow the guidelines and instructions of personnel and brewery security services. In case of evacuation, immediately leave the threatened area and go to the designated collection point. Pay attention to the wind direction and move opposite to it or perpendicular to its axis. If you discover a fire, warn the people in the threatened areas and immediately alert the security. Our internal emergency number is 601. Dispensing stations and storage of hazardous substances are located within the facility. Without the consent of our staff entering into these rooms, touching containers and equipment with hazardous chemicals is prohibited. Protection from damage. In the areas of production, especially in beer bottling halls, there is an increased risk of contact with moving parts of machinery. Make sure you do not leave loose hanging clothing items that could be caught and drawn into the machine. Do not walk under conveyors, that is outside the marked and designated places. Do not approach the moving parts. You must not exceed the hazard zones protected by fixed guards or photocells, the goal light. In the bottling hall you may encounter splinters of glass. Therefore, there is a mandatory use of safety glasses and safety shoes with anti-perforation insert. In some areas, particularly in the bottling hall, the noise level exceeds the legal limit. In these marked areas you must wear the hearing protection. Hearing protectors are available in the containers that can be found close to the hall entrance. Alarms and failures. If you witness an accident, potential accident or other irregularities, report it to the contact person or to the security services. If necessary, give first aid to the victim. Each employee will contact you with a person trained in this field. During your stay in the facility, you should respond to all warning signals, personnel requests and alarms. In case of evacuation, follow the instructions given by the security personnel or emergency services. When the evacuation is ordered, you should immediately stop working and leave the building or danger area. Being in a room, go to the nearest emergency exit and then follow the directional arrows which will lead you to a collection point. In case of evacuation in our brewery, 2 collection points have been set. They are indicated in the leaflet you will receive at the entrance to the brewery. Environmental protection. Our brewery is located in Leżajsk, near rivers and residential areas. The town is surrounded by landscape parks, agricultural and recreation areas. That's why we take care of our natural environment. On the side, we lead a selective waste management. Waste should be segregated and placed in marked containers. It is forbidden to leave any waste in other places. Waste generated during the work carried out by third parties should be removed on a regular basis. If you notice any stains or spills of chemicals to the sewage system, you must take an immediate action to prevent that and inform security personnel. Emergency kits, ADR, for these purposes can be found in several places in the brewery. They have been marked on the leaflet. If you need to use them, your contact person or one of our staff will show you their location. Information provided in the film are general safety precautions. Using them will contribute to the safe stay at the brewery. This form of training is necessary to fulfill our legal requirements for health, safety, environment and HACCP. Every third-party employee performing services in the brewery will be required to pass a detailed safety training. During your stay at the brewery, we expect you to be very cautious and comply with all known rules and principles. We believe that safety at work will be for you the most important thing, as it is for us.
Dziękuję za zapoznanie się z naszymi wymaganiami. Proszę o ich przestrzeganie, co zapewni Państwu właściwy poziom bezpieczeństwa.